If you are not familiar with who Corey Holcomb is, let me introduce you to him. So he has been in comedy for decades. And my favorite joke of his is when he talks about side babies and how side babies are not normal and how they have issues. I would hear him on the Jamie Foxx show, Fox Soul Radio rather, Steve Harvey morning show. I would hear him on Ricky Smiley morning show. He would make a lot of guest appearances. And as you guys know, now he has the 5150 show. His live brings in upward of 20 to 30,000 people on YouTube, and you know that means he's doing something right. Well, recently when he was on his show, he was talking about how Jess Hilarious is someone who's not talented because all she was a social media personality, which kind of piqued my interest. Now, I did see a couple of weeks ago, maybe about 2, where Jess was talking about the young man who has cancer and talking about his hair, and I felt like that was so inappropriate. Why would you talk about a kid on top of that when you just had a baby? Then if we rewind a little bit of ways back, we know that she had quit the Breakfast Club for some reason. To me, it sounded like they just required her to work and she didn't really want to do that. But somehow, some way, they brought her back on. And this was during Angela Yee's transition. Now, as of this morning, Jess is sitting up here on the Breakfast Club with Lauren, and they're hashing out their differences on the radio, which does make for good radio. Girl, if I was in traffic and I was on my way to work, I'd be like, oh, hell yeah. This is just the tea I need to get me through my Wednesday. Okay. But in all actuality, is why would you come on here talking about this when this is the woman that you said could be in your position and do what you do? Don't nothing make me more mad when adults start crying because they don't get their way. So what's up, my friends, and welcome back once again to the Just Case and Red. I'm your homegirl, I'm your tia, I'm your prima, I'm your cousin, I'm your friend, I'm whatever you need me to be down here at the Just Case and Bread. If you are new to the channel, what we like to do down here in the Jaberhood is get into people's business that ain't got nothing to do with us, but they put it on public display and they say, please look, and we say, okay, we get into their business. If that sounds like your stilo, then go ahead and subscribe to the tribe. If you're already a member of the Jaberhood, girl, when I seen this, I said, just toughen up. You sit up here and talk about people all damn day, and now you're sitting up here crying because DJ Envy light skin ass told you this ain't something that you should have brought to the damn job, like to the damn air. Let's go to her live from last night.
No, I didn't like her when I came back because I'm like, what's going on? She knew it. We had a conversation because the anger was misplaced. Nah, it ain't even you that I don't like. I'm realizing this is the way these niggas is doing shit up here that I don't like. Got it.
So why you got a problem with her? Why was you on?
Now, it's her segment. I went to the person who does the intros, the sounds. Went to Taylor. Yo, Taylor, make Lauren her intro. Take Jess with the mess, all that shit. She says, things can't just change like that. Why the fuck not? Why not? Y'all changing everything else, and I'm the only one that don't know. My goofy ass don't know nothing.
You are very goofy to come online and have this argument, because imagine if you leave the Breakfast Club, like for real, what radio station would want to hire her when she don't know how to practice privacy or professionalism? Because now you coming online telling us how mad you are that somebody else took your segment. What can the internet do? Oh yeah, I forgot. The comments drove her to doing all this shit.
I'm just coming to work every day, just zippity-doo-dah-day. You know what I'm saying? Take my name out that shit. Jess with the Mess is not at Breakfast Club. I'm Jess Hilarious up here. Fuck, I'm Jessica Moore up here. Jess with the Mess is not being done. Loren LaRosa is doing the shit. So that need to be her segment. I fought for that segment. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? While her fans and her people and the Breakfast Club people and people in the comments, man, I'm not ready to sit up here and act like I don't see that shit. Are y'all crazy? One thing I ain't never try to do is act unbothered unless shit never bothered me. Man, what? You try coming.
Don't you think that when you get to a certain level, you have to be unbothered? And this isn't even an act. I think with how big that she was getting and being on radio, they're of course gonna come for you. One thing I caught when Jess and Lauren were talking was Lauren was like, listen, we don't gotta like each other. We don't gotta be the best of friends when we get out of here. We just have to work together. And I understand that. I said, that's professional. That's saying I ain't gonna get too much in your business. Don't get too much into mine. We gonna respect each other. Then we gotta work together. Who doesn't want that type of coworker? You feel me? Where you're able to separate home and work. Sometimes coworkers want to become your best friend, and as soon as y'all disagree, now they're going to tell the manager everything. So what? I took a little drink on my lunch. That ain't for you to go and tell our manager, but now we done fell out, so you want to tell all my fucking business. That's why I really don't believe in making coworkers your best friends. Now you might find one or two, in the mix, but we're not here to be buddy-buddy. We're not here to be emotional support animals to each other or none of that shit. We're here to do a job. And to me, what it sounds like is Jess lost sight of that. And she felt like everybody was supposed to come to her defense. Why? Because you just had a baby, and also quiet as a skip. To be on radio, you have to get up at like 2 or 3 in the morning. When I was watching the morning show on Apple TV, I really loved the dedication that these journalists had to have to their jobs in order to report good news. Even though it was just a show, it was like, yeah, this is what it takes to be on top, and also to be making the type of money that they making. You feel me? So Jess, why wouldn't you think of that? And why wouldn't you think of that when you're ready to have this baby? I ain't saying it's bad that she had a baby at this time, but what I am saying is this might not have been the right time if you was gonna come back this emotional. This might sound harsh, but it's just the truth when it comes to stuff like this. In business, ain't nobody worried about no woman having no baby. They're not worried about emotions. They're not worried about none of that. That's the unfortunate reality of it. So to come online and have this temper tantrum, I just didn't like it.
Back to work. You try to come back to work, and the motherfucker is right there at your desk. And ain't nobody telling you shit. Nobody telling you nothing, mind you. Before you know it, everybody thinking you're the villain. I'm the villain because I didn't know shit. I'm sick of that. I'm very, very sick of that. I'm sick of the shit. It's weird. I don't fuck with it. Just be quiet up there. I'm not fighting over no mic space. I'm not fighting over no mic. That's why I went from shut up and hush to not saying nothing.
That's another thing that Lauren brought up today. She was like, first of all, I'm a grown woman. You don't never tell nobody that. And Jess is trying to make the argument, oh, that's because every time somebody brings up a topic, Charlemagne's commenting, Envy, he really don't say nothing. I'm kind of saying something too, basically is what she was trying to say. So when you trying to say something, it's just like, dang, like let it be some dead air. You don't let nothing be no dead silence. Isn't that what people on the radio are supposed to do? We already got to listen to 100 million ads in between y'all talking. So yeah, why would that be a problem for you? Sorry that she's talented. I think she was intimidated and jealous that Lauren was better at her job.
I'm not going to compete where I already won this competition. I didn't know it was supposed to be 4.
Cry.
If this was presented to me prior to hire, then I wouldn't have been so shocked. Oh shit, all right, cool. So when we bringing in the 4th person, shit, that's what's up, cool. It's only time for that segment. You know what I'm saying? We had a meeting today. You know what I'm saying? I was eating that shit up the whole I co-hosted, eating that shit up until I had to leave. You know what I'm saying? I had a baby. In this industry, what I'm doing ain't no right time to have a baby, so you have them when you have them. I don't regret when I got pregnant. I don't. I got pregnant on fucking purpose. That's what I wanted, a baby, and that's what I got.
So like, I understand that, but that doesn't mean that the world is supposed to change just because she had a baby. And I know that's the way that we want it to be, but it's just not reality.
You know what I'm saying? But I wanted Breakfast Club. You feel me? And I'm gonna say this. I don't fucking need to be there. I wanted to be there. I loved being there.
I don't think so.
That was my shit. You get what I'm saying? That was my shit.
Nah, because if you love being there, you would figure out a way to make it work. I'll never forget at my old job, loved my position. Ooh, had the best manager. Shout out to the old team, SEL team. What's up? Loved it. But there was this one hedgehog looking bitch on the opposite team who always tried to test me, always tried to seem more superior and stuff. And I'm just like, bitch, why you? Oh, and now I could have quit because she always gave me the vibe that she didn't like me there. But I enjoyed my job, and I was like, this just comes with the job. I'm gonna have to deal with some people who I don't like. There were even clients there that I did not like having to explain an SEO report to because they would have dumbass questions like, oh, well, why hasn't this changed since last month? Because you haven't approved anything for us to go ahead and post it on the website so that your SEO can change. Okay, at any job, you're gonna have some sort of a downside, some sort of a negative, some sort of a stressor. Even if you're in business for yourself, there's still going to be something that you do not like.
I used to be happy as a motherfucker on the radio. Definitely. I'm not intimidated by no woman walking on this earth. I give a crown to that girl. If you listen to the show, you can tell me she tried to be my friend. Excuse me?
Backhanded compliment. Backhanded. She said, I am a girl's girl. But then she gonna sit up here and tell me this? What, bitch? Excuse me? Oh, my. How quickly you change your mind and you go from a compliment to an insult.
I ain't trying to be no motherfucking friends. What are we talking about? We just organically became cool. Once I realized what the fuck was going on, I said my anger was misplaced. No, I did not like her when I first came back. I didn't. Even down to how I was supposed to return. We had a whole plan on how I was supposed to come back. When I walk in the room, she never left. First thing she said is not, how your baby doing? No, that was Envy, because he's the family man, right? How was maternity leave? No, that's not the first. The first thing that she talks about is the shit that was in the comments. What made me want to talk about the fucking comments first? I got a beautiful baby at home.
Because we're at work. We're at work and not everybody wants to hear about someone having a new baby or wants to see all the pictures of your new baby. Some of us are here to do a job, get our paycheck and go home. Quite honestly, we don't give a fuck about what's going on with your family life. Okay, I'm sorry, but that's just the reality.
Why? You know what I'm saying? So no, I did not like her when I first came back. I had to learn that Lauren was not a spiteful person. I don't like the way you moving. I don't like, I ain't feeling this shit. We had a whole nother plan. I don't know what that was in there, but that shit wasn't it. I ain't like that. We've made cool since then. That's it. Right? Mm-hmm. I compliment this girl fucking every day. And it ain't forced. She's a beautiful girl. She knows her shit and she on her shit. And that segment came from me. Let's not even sit here and fucking play around with it.
Girl,
it's the crazy
okay.
thing.
We're done. I see a similarity between Keita and Jess. They both are coming online telling us all about how horrible their workplace is, or the people that they were working with, how bad they are, X, Y, and Z. They had such a traumatic experience, blah, 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 blah. Instead of just continuing to use their talent to weld something new. Jess could be reporting on some new shit that's going on. Same thing with Keita. There's more going on than, oh, this person doesn't like me. Oh, I feel uncomfortable here. Oh, you didn't even check on my baby. Oh, you were mean to me. Oh, you did this to me. Like, this is so high school and it's so childish. And they're really building platforms now off of how many people don't like them. And people are going to get tired of hearing that. People already have enough drama, stress, hell, headaches in their lives. They don't want to keep on hearing about how somebody don't like you. What are we going to do? Go down to Breakfast Club and tell them to change the slot? No, we ain't them. Yo ass need to be up in that office and talking to people and making a change, not us. So why even bring it to the internet? I want people to learn the difference between public and private. Public and private. Everything that happens in private does not need to be made public, including your emotions. If you're thinking to yourself, oh, I hate this fucking coworker, she's way better than me at my job, you don't have to bring it to the internet and let everybody know that you feel that way. I have been the Just Kaysen brand. I'm so thankful that you guys did tune in. Make sure to like the video. Comment down below. Was Jess professional to you or not? And I don't mean me. I mean just hilarious. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Hit your notification bell so that you catch me each and every single time that I come on. Make sure you guys are following me everywhere at the Just Kaysen brand. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.